So, what is going on, guys? I suck at posting fucking videos. My apologies. I'm just horrible at it. I work a lot. When I don't work a lot, I'm usually doing personal things, but I try to make them when I can. Right now, I'm out of town. Figured I'd throw a video up, and I'm not near my bike, and I won't be showing any wheelies or anything, but I kind of just wanted to talk about my journey so far in this whole Harley stunt thing. And going into it, I had zero stunning experience. I'd never even wheelied a bike. I had wheelied, I'm sorry, not wheelied, I had rode before, but it was never mine. So just out of respect, I didn't try it. Never tried it until I got my bike, and then that's when I started kind of messing around. And that was probably I got my first bike in June, which was a 1200. No, I'm sorry, May, which was a 1200, and then I upgraded it to the Street Bob in July. So 2 months later, 3 months later, 2 months. And so I'm, like I said, I'm learning the whole freaking game pretty quick. And I guess the first thing, like right away when I think about stunning on my Harley, and I'm not even that good yet, it's just, that's the thing is, like, you don't even have to be good. Like, it's just, if you want to take care of your stuff, then it applies to you, you know what I mean? And that is the expenses. It is so expensive, between tires, oil services, upgrades, freaking mods, whatever, it is so expensive. And I'll give you guys just a little bit of rundown, excluding the mods, because I'm not going to get into that, and that's like something that you don't absolutely have to have. It just makes it easier on you and the bike. But on a typical month, I'm sorry, my time frame will be, I'll say, a month to 3 months. That's generally when I have to do all this stuff. But and again, I don't practice every day. I don't practice 20 hours a week. Like, I practice probably once or twice a week, and that's usually on the weekends. And beyond that, I don't even get to ride because I'm working. So with that in mind, time frame, 1 to 3 months. That's a tire every month to month and a half. And I don't care if you're running Shinkos or you're running freaking Dunlop Elites, you're gonna burn your tire up. I mean, it's just how it is. So you could say burnt tire or ball tire, tire's gonna cost you anywhere from $90 to $150. Okay, if you don't know how to take your tire off, then you're gonna have to take it to a shop. Easy $230. Easy. If you do know how to take your tire off and you do it yourself, you probably have about an hour into a tire change, and you have to take it, get them to balance it, whatever. So it's not as bad. It's like $45, but still, between the tire and I know how to do it, or I know how to take off my tire, and I'll take it to a tire shop. But so I can do that. It usually costs me about $45 to get them to take the old tire off, put the new tire on, and fill it with air, balance it. Then you have your services. An oil change costs about $100 if you know how to do it. That's just the materials, which I encourage anybody who wants to get into Harley stunning or any type of stunning. Learn your bike, dude. Learn it top to bottom, because it comes in handy. It saves you a lot of money, and it also makes you more capable. I feel like if the more you know your bike, the kind of closer it brings you to the bike. So I mean, I encourage everybody or anybody who wants to try stunning, learn your bike, man. I mean, it will only save your ass. It will not hurt. For me, I trust myself more than I would trust a random person who is there from 9 to 5, just trying to make $1. That's just my perspective. I'm going to make sure I put Loctite on. I'm going to make sure, everything's torqued to spec. I'm going to triple check, So just, do your research, man, and try to own your bike. It's very important. But anyway, so service is going to cost you $100 just for materials. If you don't know how to do it, it's probably going to cost you about $300. And, for you guys who are trying to keep your warranty, it may be a little cheaper or it may be a little more expensive, or cost a little more. So it's up to you. Like I said, I do not think Harley can void your warranty because you do your services. You just have to have receipts, and you have to have like a form or a document, or somewhere written down at what mileage, you change your oil a lot. So as long as you have that, they can't void it. And that's another thing. I bought my bike brand new. I voided my Street Bob warranty, a month after I had it. You can say you're not doing wheelies, but the thing is like, they're not stupid, and they'll be able to tell. Something's going to go wrong eventually, and they'll know. I've already had to replace my fork seals, which I did myself. It was no big deal. Probably to do it right, cost me. I actually upgraded all my stuff, so technically, if I was just to fix the fork seal, it probably cost me $15 in about an hour and a half's worth of work. But I upgraded to the +2 damper rods and the Race Tech springs, which I love a lot. It makes things a lot easier. My bike is actually higher. Another thing is, what is it? Freaking fuel. And then I converted to a chain, so I have to clean my chain, lube my chain, which I do probably every 2 rides. I only practice for a couple hours, but I clean and lube my chain practically every time I wash my bike, which is, every 2 rides, I guess, to 18. What? Huh? Yeah, it's open. Sorry, that was one of my guys. But so I have to clean and lube my chain I don't have to, I do, I choose to, every 2 rides. So like I said, the expense is a huge thing in Harleys in general. Forget stunt riding, just in Harleys. The Harleys are so expensive, man. And another thing is, kind of straying away from the expenses. We all know Harleys are expensive. Just saying, trying to get the front wheel up, it makes a lot more expensive. Another thing is it's really funny because I laughed when I watched his video. I forget his name, but he just dropped a video probably 2 weeks ago talking about the difficulty, things you wouldn't even think about with trying to stunt a Harley. And he mentioned something about finding a spot. And dude, that's so true. It's not even funny. Usually when I go out, I don't have a spot, so I end up on just some back road, and I can probably stunt for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then I gotta dip because 9 times out of 10 I get the cops called on me. You just think about it, 30 minutes of fucking, wah, 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 wah. Yeah, people get pissed off pretty easily. So that is probably one of the most challenging aspects of it, is just finding a place to practice, because it's so loud and it's so annoying. And to the point where I've almost thought about buying a second bike that's quieter just to practice on. But I haven't brought myself to do it yet. But I have gotten in trouble by just about every city in my county, because I've had people walk into, I took my kid for his birthday to this little bounce house thing, and I had my bike out front, and I was practicing in this abandoned, well, it wasn't abandoned, it was just a closed sports facility. And the thing was, I wasn't even doing wheelies. I think I was just drifting, which I mean I guess could be a little worse, but I wasn't wide idle. I can drift. Actually I think I was just practicing like my 180, so it wasn't nearly as bad. But sure enough, 30 minutes after parking my bike, I see a cop walk in, and he's like, "That your bike?" And I was like, "Maybe." And he was like, "Yeah, man, we got some complaints." So it is extremely difficult to find a place to wheelie. What else? I guess technique, and it's hilarious. And I guess it would be the equivalent to cheating, but like, I had the hardest time. I could always do stand-up wheelies without any problems. It was a little more scary because you don't have that back brake, you don't have that insurance, but I had a real hard time with sit-downs. And just about every forum or every video I've watched, it's Shinko. And so last week I actually put on my first Shinko, and dude, it is crazy the difference in how grippy that tire is. With my bike, I have a pretty big sprocket on right now, so in first, second, or even third, if I just torque the throttle a little bit, man, she breaks loose, especially when it's wet. And the same day I put my tire on, I went to go pop a wheelie, and I was used to like yanking the bike as hard as I could, only getting it up to like 8 or 9 o'clock. And that was like with everything I had. And I put the tire on, I go out, and I was being careful with it because I know there's kind of like this oily sheen on the tire. I didn't want to slip that much, so like I probably went like half of what I would usually do, and the bike just flew up, man. It scared the shit out of me. It really did. Like, it come up so fast because I wasn't expecting it. I'd never had the bike come up like that, and it literally, I'm not even gonna lie, I call it cheating because like it took all the technique out of it. I can practically just lean back on my Harley now and pop the clutch and she comes right up. It's incredible. And if I would have known that like 2 months ago, I probably wouldn't have dropped $3,000 in my bike trying, to find mods to get it just to stand up. I probably would have kept my belt, but it is what it is. So yes, Shinko is my new favorite tire, man. That thing is so freaking lit. It's fire, dude. Like, that tire, I was driving I could wheelie in the rain, like, which before my tire just broke loose. I've never tried to wheelie in the rain, but like, just riding in the rain, like, my tire, I had to be extremely careful because if I pulled back the throttle too aggressively, it'd break loose, and I would just go everywhere. And I did test it in the rain because I knew that I would break loose typically, and it freaking caught, and I came straight up, man. It is it's almost incredible, and I probably won't switch. People say, oh, they're cheap, you don't get as much out of them, but I'm only getting a month out of a tire as it is, so might as well be a cheap tire that actually works. So Shinko is my new favorite freaking tire, and I recommend a lot of you guys who are like me, who don't have that much experience and just trying to get used to that feeling of the bike coming up on you really quick, and what it's like to be in the air on the Harley. Get a Shinko. Get a freaking Shinko. It helps out a lot. So that, I don't know, for some reason that seat or that tire just freaking excites me so much. I don't know, I've put in all this work, and like, that tire just makes it 10 times easier, and it's so cheap. It's actually cheaper than the normal tires that I have. So what else, man? My freaking seat, my seat has been popping off, and I have a saddleman step up, and it's been popping off on me, and it's just, God, I don't want to send it back. I talked to saddleman dude, they were like super legit about it. They were like, yeah, man, send us some pictures. I sent them some pictures, and they're like, and the crazy thing is, I didn't even buy it from them. I bought it from like some other website, and I told them that, and they were like, man, just, you pay for the shipping to us, and we'll fix it for you. We'll completely rebuild it. We'll ship it back to you for free. I was like, okay, like, that's super legit, man. That's like, for me, like, that's companies that I'm kind of looking for, you know, because I'm pretty routine. Like, if I find something that I like, I stick with it. And that really spoke a lot to me, you know, even after telling them, like, hey, I don't think you guys are obligated to fix this because I didn't buy it from you directly. They're like, man, it's our product. You know, we want to take care of it. Send it to us and we'll fix it. And I was like, you know, hey, I probably won't switch. Which I was looking at the freaking square body seats. Those things look fire. But I don't know. I think I'm going to stick with my saddleman. They're actually like almost half as cheap too. They're like $300. But my point is, I have to put my like stupid little stock solo seat back on, which I guess at least I can still ride. But I don't want to have to go without my saddleman for, you know, a freaking month. But I thought it was pretty cool that they would fix it. So what else? Man, I guess another thing you could get used to is just like always wanting to add things to your bike. You know, I have put in a bunch of money. I've got well over $5,000 into my bike, and I am not even remotely close to being happy. You know, I just want to keep putting more and keep putting more and keep putting more. I don't know what I want to put on. I just know I want it to be more. And another thing, especially for you guys who like buy brand new bikes, man, don't forget to like cover that stuff on your insurance, man. Like, at least I know my insurance, they have like a parts or what do they call it, like a mod coverage or some shit like that. And they'll actually cover, before it was like at $5,000, they'll cover up to $5,000 worth of parts. All you have to have is your receipts or documentation that you bought it. And I upped mine to $10,000 because I almost have that into mine. So if I get any more than that, then I'll probably up it too. But, you know, especially for you guys who it's not, you know, your play bike, like it's your only bike, man, make sure that thing's covered. Like, run it with insurance. I guess that's all I could think about. I really didn't like playing this out. I got bored and I figured I would make a video, and I just suck at it so bad. I am so bad about making videos, and like even good like riding videos, I'm horrible at it. I think I'm just gonna break down and go buy a freaking GoPro. Do you guys know if like if there is a camera that attaches to the lane splitter helmets? Because that is like my favorite helmet. I just want to make sure that I can attach it to it. So if anybody knows, let me know. I'm curious. I'd like to start riding with a GoPro, but I have no experience in recording or even setting that shit up. So it would be greatly appreciated if you guys can help me out. And if there's anything you guys want to know, like I said, hopefully I can start making more videos for you guys and start getting a little more descriptive about things. But if I can't, it's because I suck. So if there's anything you guys want to know, let me know and I'll get back to you. But as far as that's about it. So I will talk to you guys later and hopefully make another video soon.